So I wanted to add some more bits to the abandoned room. So I've got these little newspapers that I printed off on my printer. These are just little photos of newspapers that I've printed off. And then what I'm doing is doing like a wash of dirty paint water over the top. So it's going to soak through, it's going to wash off some of the printing, but that's fine. You want to put on a little bit less than I did so you can still see a little bit of the print through it. But this can be like a really battered and like sort of broken down newspaper that's been like soaked repeatedly over years or something. But for the other ones I did do a lighter wash and I did less of it. And then that's going to go there on my little model. I've got a little table there with a couple of Christmas cards from the original model kit that I've made, all gungy and disgusting. I decided not to go with the Christmas tree, but I decided to keep the Christmas cards, so there's like an element of what it used to be. And I'm working on other things to add now, to add to like the story of it. So, you know, this once was a house that was lived in. It once was a place that was loved and cared for, and there's little traces of that left behind in all the like abandoned filth and the derelict state of the building. And then I'm getting some paint on my finger, which is a mixture of black acrylic paint and burnt umber and plenty of water, and I'm just sort of smudging that around to make it look like the walls and everything are mouldy. You can see the green from on the window frame, which gives an indication that everything's going a bit mossy and mouldy because the elements are getting to everything. And I've got a curtain that's up from the original model kit. I did in the end cut off the bottom of the curtain that I'm painting now, and I also removed the second one, so there was just one sort of torn, really filthy curtain left. I wanted to have those little traces of what it used to be and to show what it looks like if you leave the curtains up and then the room becomes derelict and starts to all go mouldy and wear down. So I'm just using different washes of colour, and basically I'm just dipping my hands in the colour and then mixing it and rubbing it around onto the walls and the curtains. And I just want to make it look like it's really gungy, really manky, really old, and like there's a lot of like black mould everywhere, and you know, it's really decaying and breaking down. And then once I did that, then I'll show you what I did next. So as you can see, what I've done now is remove one of those curtains, and this one at the front I've left in place, but I did in the end cut the bottom off of the curtain to make it look all manky and horrible. The picture, I've put it on the floor so it looks like it fell off the wall, and I'm just smudging some black and brown paint into the texture paste at the back. Now the texture paste at this stage was still ever so slightly damp, but I found it kind of added to the battered effect of making the walls look all like, you know, the plaster's all like blooming and peeling off and battered, and I've added the plants growing through the windows and into the couch. I've made it look like it's really damp, like the water's getting in and it's really gungy. And I'm gluing little plants and things coming through the window, so like nature's taking this back over and breaking it down, so eventually it'll all be overgrown and broken down and there won't be many traces of it left. And I'm adding some of the moss as well onto the walls, so it looks like moss and mould are growing. And I'm adding a bit more moss to the top of the settee, the couch, because I'm making it look like the roof's been leaking onto the couch, so that's why it's going mossy and mouldy in there. And obviously the windows are broken, and as you can see, I'm just kind of pressing the moss in here and there and kind of smudging it so it's little bits here and there of the moss, because obviously I don't want to solidly carpet the wall in the moss, it won't look right. And I do feel it needs a bit more of something. Oh yeah, I added some more plants hanging through the roof as well, so I'm imagining that the trees outside in the garden, the branches are starting to grow through the windows and through the roof as nature slowly takes back this land and reclaims it. But yeah, I do feel that this model needs a little more of something. So I haven't finished it yet. It's one of those where it's at a stage where I could call it finished, but I do feel it needs a bit more. So this is what it looks like so far. So it's just an abandoned room. Obviously the outside I'm not too worried about, because I will cover that or decorate it at some point, but it's the main thing is to view the inside, not the outside. So the important part of the model is to view the inside of the room. So I think I'll probably just put some sort of cover over it or something eventually, I'm not sure. But that's it so far. Hope you enjoyed the video. Thanks for watching. Bye for now.